Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So today we're going to be talking about the pretty big balance update that hit all of the platforms today about a couple of hours ago. Now, this update addressed a ton of stuff when it comes to the Legends, some nerfs. That's actually a ton of nerfs here, and some weapon balancing as well. The Wingman is now a little bit more nerfed. The Peacekeeper is a little bit more nerfed. Some of these I'm actually a little bit confused by, but who knows? Maybe a lot more people were complaining about stuff than I thought there was. So anyways, go ahead and jump into it. If you guys do want to enjoy the video, drop a like, guys. Super appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more videos like these, I'm going to have a ton more Apex Legends, news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So make sure you guys are subbed up with notifications on so you don't miss a single upload. Join Team Rayz. But anyways, let's start off with the post on Reddit. I will have it linked down below for you guys that want to read even more in depth. First off, we know you folks are fired up for the info on Season 1 and the Battle Pass. We still have work to do to get everything ready for prime time and won't be talking about it yet. There are a lot of moving parts and coordination that is going into the announcement and launches like this, so please be patient. I know the wait sucks, but it's coming, and ask that you all please be patient with us. Over the course of this week, we will be talking about a few hot topics, and we're kicking things off today with a patch that is live on all platforms with some fixes. Our first tweaks to the meta, and we'll give a few preview of what we'll be addressing with the Legends balances and hitboxes for Season 1. So with that, they actually ended up giving us a lot of insight into what their philosophy and what they were thinking when they made some of these changes. So if you want to see what their philosophy is and all of that jazz, feel free to check out the link down below. But I don't really want to talk about what were they thinking and why they made the changes. More so, I want to get right to the nitty-gritty, which is what actually changed in this update. It says, weapon balance. Overall, we feel the current weapons present solid options for a variety of gameplay styles. We found that the Skull Piercer Wingman has been on the stronger end, but it's designed to be a weapon with a higher skill ceiling. Our adjustments are attempting to move it more into the hand cannon space and away from the full auto deagle. We've also adjusted the rate of fire for the Peacekeeper with shotgun bolt attachment, so players will have a larger window of vulnerability if they miss their shot. Additionally, the scarcity of energy ammo and lower number of energy weapons overall has made the weapons difficult to main, so we've increased energy weapon and ammo availability. And I was just playing a few games here, and there are a ton more energy weapons laying around, which I think is good. It really was difficult to want to take a energy weapon as your main weapon because there was really no ammo around, so I'm just happy they did that. As for the actual weapon adjustments that are live on all platforms, the Wingman, the rate of fire reduced from 3.1 to 2.6, so now it's going to fire a little bit slower. The Skull Piercer headshot damage multiplier was reduced from 2.5 to 2.25, and they increased the base hipfire spread and decreased the rate at which the hipfire spread decays, shrinks back down. So it's going to be a little bit less spammy when you're hip firing. It's going to do a little bit less damage when you hit headshots, and it's also going to be a little bit slower when it's firing. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, going down from 3.1 to 2.6 or 2.5 to 2.27 to 2.25, but that's actually a pretty big percentage. So it doesn't feel like a lot, but it really is overall a lot more. Actually, a bigger nerf than I thought they were going to do. For the Peacekeeper, it says that the shotgun bolt charger rate has been reduced for the Peacekeeper only. The mitigation goes from 10 down to 7.5 for level 2, from 20% down to 13%, and then level 3 from 25% to 16%. This is way more extreme than I thought it was going to be. I didn't honestly think the Peacekeeper was that big of a deal. I personally, whenever I use it, probably because I suck with it, I thought it was kind of an okay weapon. I didn't think it was like this OP weapon, so I am very shocked that they nerfed like crazy the rechamber rate, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. The Wingman and Peacekeeper availability have been reduced in all zone tiers, so now you're less likely to find a Peacekeeper or a Wingman, which I'm a little bit bummed out. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit bummed out because I like the Wingman. I like to use it as my kind of in-your-face weapon, so I'm a little bit bummed out by that. They also increased availability of energy weapons and ammos in all zone tiers, so that clearly I have seen there's a lot more energy weapons and also energy ammo laying around, which is cool. All right, so the next one is actually an interesting one. They talked about the P2020 and the Mozambique. Are they getting buffs? Why aren't they getting buffs? What's going on with that? And this is what they said. We all love your Mozambique meme, so we're hesitant to lose that, and they're just joking about that. But it says, in all seriousness, our goal is to have power curve of weapons. Power curve just means that some weapons will be weaker and more common while others are stronger and rarer. Some weapons are intentionally less powerful until fully perped with hop-ups and attachments, while other weapons on the bottom of the power curve are your early game, better than melee weapon, but gotta upgrade out ASAP weapons. We've seen some good feedback from players on how to make these pistols more exciting without losing out on the gold above where we're listening. We'll continue to watch player data and feedback and try things out internally, but for now, they'll remain the same. So there's not going to be any P2020 or Mozambique buffs anywhere in the near future. They want those to be weapons you pick up. If you have to find a weapon, those are the ones that you need to get. Better than punching, but straight up trash. So that's basically what they're saying. They want to have a lot of weaker stuff laying around so you're not just dropping and have to fist fight. But at the same time, they're not going to be so good that you're going to be able to wreck people with it. So I understand their philosophy and thought behind that, but still, I think they could use slight buffs. I feel like they're way too weak. All right, so it says additional patch notes fix some script errors that we identified were occasionally causing disconnects during matches. So they fixed a few issues, like the ultimate for Caustic. For Pathfinder, it would occasionally disconnect while activating a survey beacon. Players occasionally causing disconnect when removing an attachment. Gibraltar was occasionally causing disconnects when pulling out his gun shield, and occasionally there'd also just be from spectator mode there'd be disconnects. So they addressed those issues. As for the hitboxes, and this is actually something that shocked me, because I thought it was just that the hitboxes were all different sizes because it was like broken or something, and that all of them had to have the same hitboxes, but no, apparently the goal for them was to have bigger hitboxes for some of the bigger characters, so there was a little bit more of a drawback to using them, which I thought was interesting. I honestly think that's dumb. That's just my own personal opinion. I think it's kind of dumb that you actually have a bigger hitbox. That's just me. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to have the same hitbox if you're Rayz as if you are Gibraltar, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, bro, come on, it's not fair. It's just not fair. But it says, for character balance, we look at a combination of things, pick rate, win rate, and character versus character matchup win rate, among other metrics, and of course, player feedback. The result between the 5 small and medium rate characters have been positive. They're all in a safe band of relatively equal power. Our large rate characters, however, are underpowered and their natural size appears to be a large contributor. We're planning on adjusting the size of the large character hitboxes to better fit the model. If these changes are insufficient to bring these characters in line, we'll also consider a range of other changes such as natural damage reduction as well as individual kit power tweaks. Because many of these changes are significant, we want to make sure that they are heavily tested before they go live. In the event that they are necessary, below in a quick overview on the roadmap of how we're thinking about bringing large characters back in line. Overall, we want to increase the power level of the large rig characters. Before we consider large nerfs to everyone else, we've made some small adjustments. We're hopeful that increasing the power of large rigs is healthier than nerfing everyone else. So I think that's also a good idea. Bigger guys are going to get kind of buffed up a little bit more to be in line with all the other ones. And if you're going to have a bigger hitbox or slightly bigger than some of the other ones, then it should have a little bit more of a perk to it. So I like where their head's at here. I think that's a smart move. And then finally, they did talk a little bit about adjustments that we'll see in Season 1, which, by the way, freaking make this come faster, man. It's already been a month since the game is out. Give us Season 1. If you delay this too long, you're going to lose your fan base. You're going to see people and player count dropping off. I really hope they bring it sooner rather than later, but this is what they're saying for their major balance changes: the hitbox size reduction and optimization for Caustic, Pathfinder, and Gibraltar. We're better sizing hitboxes to characters, gear, and models. Since these adjustments have a major impact on the game, we want to make sure that there aren't any major bugs, so we didn't want to rush them out. If these adjustments prove to be insufficient, we'll consider additional adjustments during Season 1. As for minor balance changes that are going to be happening here: Caustic. Traps reduce cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. Increased radius and proximity radius of about 10%. So it's going to be a little bit more bigger on the trap. And then they removed a 1 second delay on the smoke, dealing damage to players. And so I guess now it's instant as opposed to, it just being the way that it is. And I thought the reduced cooldown to 25 seconds was pretty good too. So we'll definitely see about that, but it looks like he's getting a little bit of a buff. For Pathfinder, Insider Knowledge increased the number of beacons in the world to 12 from 10. So that's pretty cool. For Lifeline, this one I thought was interesting, but it says care package. Remove slight chance to get level 4 armor and helmets with drop. So you will not be getting those yellow chest pieces or yellow helmets anymore. Even if there was a small chance, now there is no chance. So I thought that was interesting. Totally understand why they would want that, but I thought it was an interesting choice to just straight up remove it. As for Rayz, Into the Void cooldown increased from 20 seconds to 25, so now you're not going to be able to use that Void option for an extra 5 seconds. Totally cool, I get it. Bangalore double time reduced the move speed bonus to 30% from 40, so now she's going to be a little bit slower. Totally get it. She moves super freaking quick. So I understand how some people might be frustrated with how fast she moves, so a slight nerf to her. So those are all the changes that are coming next in Season 1, and then not only that, but also the changes that happened today in-game for Season 1 of, or I should say, pre-Season 1 of Apex Legends. So let me know what you guys think about these changes. Do you like them or not? I'll have a poll on screen. Let me know if you thought this balancing patch was good or bad. And if you guys did enjoy the video and found it informative, drop a like, guys. It's super, super appreciated and incredibly helpful. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more videos like these, I'm going to have a ton more Apex Legends news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So make sure you guys are subscribed, have notifications on so you don't miss a single upload here on the channel. And if you guys do want to support the channel directly, you guys can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You can access early content, exclusive videos, special badges, and a whole bunch more. Check those out only if you are willing and able to. And talk to me on Twitter at OGXRAYZ, best place to talk if you want to see what I'm up to, or just want to have a question, or just want to talk. Twitter, best place to do so. You guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.